What's up? Let's do this. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kamora Cross. And how are y'all doing today? Welcome to my new show, Brand Out. It's Sunday, y'all. So I try to down it down a little bit, dim it down a little bit. Let me go ahead and turn this music off for y'all, because we don't need all this. But what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to Brand Out. This is my new show, and we're going to do it every Sunday at 1 p.m. just so you guys can be aware of what you need to be doing in order to get your brand out. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today, of course, the only thing that we're going to talk about today is how do I get my show or my social media monetized. That is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how to get your social media monetized. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and put it down in the comments and make sure that you get your question heard so I can go ahead and answer those for you. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, there's a couple of things that we are doing that we need to stop doing, or certain things that we need to be doing in order to get our social media monetized. What are those things? We're going to go over all of that today, as well as I do have some information for you. If you stick around towards the end of the show, I'm going to make sure that I give you everything that you need to start getting your page monetized, as well as just some other pieces of information, and then a couple of free things as well. Okay, so it's Sunday, y'all. So I had my coffee before the show. And this is going to be show number 1. So I hope you guys just bear with me if we're having a little difficulties, but I don't think we're going to have no difficulties, y'all. I think we're going to be good, at least for the day anyway. So welcome and good morning, good afternoon to you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in regards to the information. So what we are looking at today is going to be the monetization of your content. How do we go about doing that? Now, as you guys know, I constantly tell you guys that you need to make sure that you are posting on your social media. You definitely want to make sure that you're posting on social media as much as possible. I always like to tell everybody to post at least 3 posts a day on whatever social media platform you have, whether that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, any of those social media platforms. You want to make sure that you're posting on those platforms at least 3 times a day. I tell everybody, say good morning, say good afternoon, and say good night. And that will start you on the right path to getting where you need to be going. Now, what else do you need to do? If you are looking to have monetization within the first 30 days, the first thing I am going to advise you is that you want to make sure that you're doing this for a 30-day period. It's not the easiest thing, but you want to make sure you're doing it on a 30-day basis. Also, a lot of people tell me that they have an issue when it comes to getting out there on social media. They don't normally post on social media. If you have a business and you want to use your Facebook in order to brand out, you definitely want to make sure that you at least post one live. Okay, not a live, a video, whatever, just so your customer can be in contact with you, see you, and know who you are. I'm more likely to buy when I know who I'm buying from. So you just want to make sure you keep that in mind. Now, I know it might not always be some content that you are, familiar with. You don't necessarily know what you want to put in regards to these videos or reels or your story. But when I say that you want to make sure that you're showing yourself on your own social media platform as well as on your business pages and things like that, it's because, like I said before, you want to make sure that the customer is going to be more in tune with you and who you are. Because the more they feel like they know you, the more they're willing to buy from you or work with you in regards to certain instances. It's as easy as hopping on and being like, hey, hey guys, good morning. How you guys doing? I'm doing this. Da, 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 da. They kind of want to have that part of your life, just a little part of your life. You don't have to give them too much, but you give them just enough of what you want to give them. Okay. So Make sure you guys keep that in mind, because I do a lot of social media management for a lot of different companies and a lot of different personalities. I also have media personalities that I work with as well. So I'm telling you, on Facebook, they want to see you and know you, and they want those text messages. And when I say text message, that's more so they want you to type in information like, oh, hey guys, I'm having a good day, or hey guys, I'm going shopping. They want to hear that on your Facebook social media. Now, when it's your business page, they want to see things in regards to you actually putting forth effort to engage with your audience. Okay. When it comes to your Instagram, they are looking for more visual. They want to know about the more visual aspect of what you got going on in regards to your business, as well as just seeing what your day to day is. You don't necessarily have to talk to them, but they definitely want to see it. And engagement on platforms such as Instagram is not necessarily going to be in regards to a conversation, but it does get a conversation going when you have the two connected. So let's get into how we make this money, okay? Because I make money off of every social media platform that I have, and I have quite a few. So I want to tell you how you can make money off of your social media platforms. So the first thing we have to make sure we're doing is we absolutely positively have to make sure that we are following all of the rules in our social media. Now, what does that mean? What are the rules? Okay. Let's go over the rules. So part of it is there's certain things that will stop you from being monetized. Now, whether you have a business page or your personal page, which a business page or a group page or a nonprofit page is going to be more likely to be monetized before your personal page will, but you can also get your personal page monetized as well. But in regards to what are the eligibility requirements, okay, so let's go over that really quick. So monetization are available for public content on Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and also your TikTok pages, profiles, and in professional mode first. So that means your business page, your group, things like that. Okay. They're paid, but they are also going to be um, viewed by these companies. So the first thing that they need for you to do is they need you to follow specific rules just to make sure that that they can go ahead and monetize you. The reason why, let me get down to the first reason why. The first reason why you have to follow these rules in regards to there's a partnership policy and a community guideline policy. The reason why you have to follow those rules is because of the fact that what these social media platforms are looking to do is they're looking to add commercials to your content. So say for instance, if you have content that's showing guns, constant sexuality, what else? Constant sexuality, violence, I mean, anything too much, profanity and things like that. There's no way that I can put a toy commercial on your social media. Why can't I put a commercial on your social media? Because you have all of those things. So you want to make sure that the content that you're putting out there is clean content. Now, don't get me wrong. You can say a couple cuss words and you can do a little bit, but if it's just oversaturation of these things, that is why you're not getting monetized. If you constantly doing videos and things like that of you being sexualizing yourself or being sexy, we might like it and you might have like a whole bunch of followers, but the monetization side is going to work a little bit slower with you in regards to that. So that's one thing. The next thing that you want to make sure that you're not doing or that you're doing is to make sure that the content that you're putting out there is original content. Like they want to see things from you, directly from you. So when you share content, that is not something that is going to be counted as yours. So say you share something and you're enjoying it, people are enjoying it as well, and you got like 1,000 views on this particular shared content, and you're trying to figure out like, well, my content gets all these views, everything on my page getting all these views. If it's not coming directly from you, it's not going to count towards your eligibility to become monetized. Okay, so you just want to make sure in regards to that. If you did create something on one page and then you're sharing it to your primary page or the page that you're looking to get monetized, that doesn't count. So you actually have to post these things separately onto the pages that you want to have monetized. So it's like I have to post something on my Instagram and then go back and post it on my Facebook. And there's ways that you can do that to make sure that it's synced together as well, which we'll learn about on a different Sunday, because I can also help you so you ain't got to be posting all the time, but we'll talk about that a little later. Right now, we're going to get to this money. So, what's another thing that you would have to do? Now, of course, you do have a certain amount of viewers, in order to get your page monetized. Now, how many is that? It's a lot. Okay. You have to have certain views in regards to your total page. It is not in regards to that one thing. Like, so one post and it got like 500 follow or 500 views or 500 likes. That's not necessarily going to get it, but you do want to they do want to make sure that your reach on your page is getting out there. So they do want you to have over 10,000 views on a page. They also want you to have people that are actively coming to your page. So if you have content that is something that everybody is coming to check out, and I mean, you know, not just your family and friends and people that you know. Like if you got 5,000 friends and all the 5,000 friends are coming to view this, you have a chance. But if you have 5,000 friends and then you have over 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people coming to your page to view your content, you're more likely to get monetized in that area. So let's check it out. So also, you do have to live in certain areas. Certain locations will mark you as ineligible for your monetization. So you want to make sure check those places out. Also, you have to follow the community standard. Now, the community standard, that's what I mean in regards to the information that you're putting on there. You also want to watch out for the type of music that you're using. If you are using music that is not on that social media platform, so if you're playing music in your background or you're adding music from a different platform and putting it on this platform, that won't get monetized. You have to use music from those particular platforms that you're on, which you can go and look through it and it'll help you. You do want to add music, guys. A lot of people they post on social media and they don't add music to their videos or to their pictures and things like that. The music is going to allow you to have more motion in those particular things. So you want to make sure that you're adding music every time that you post a reel or you post your story. You want to make sure that you're adding music. Facebook and Instagram and all of these social media platforms, they do often give you a suggestion of the music. So when you're like hearing these, excuse me, my nose is running because it was sunny yesterday and now today is snowing. Ohio. But anyway, so like say for instance, in regards to the music that you might see and you're like, dang, I'm so tired of hearing this song. But then when you hear that song, you also take a look at the views on that video and there's like so many views, so many people liked it, or whatever it may be. It's because of that song or that sound at this point is gone viral. So you adding that to your video is causing more people to take a look at what you got going on. Okay. Excuse me. So you do want to make sure, because the music is going to be important. The content is going to be important. The number of times that you post is going to be important, and things like that. That is basically breaking down the reasons why you are being monetized or why you are not being monetized just yet, or how to get monetized, whichever one. Let's see here. So also, if you check your notifications and you're seeing that you have warnings or reasons why you might not be able to get monetized, you want to check into that. They let you know that if you're at risk for not being monetized. And a lot of times you might be at risk and not know it because of your music choice in regards to your videos. If you go to a social media, well, not a social media platform, but like to an editing system, or like say for instance here on StreamYard, this is a StreamYard that I use. The music that I have on here is licensed for use on any kind of platform. So because of that, I can use that music without having to worry about Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media platform banning my music, because it's okay for me to use. Now, when you have to put, I don't own the rights to this music, if you have to put that a lot on your videos, those videos are not being looked at as being monetized, because yes, you're stating that you don't own the rights, so they're not going to mute you, but they're also not going to use that towards your monetization of either your business page or personal page. So you do want to make sure you watch out for that. If you have a song that you're playing in your background, check through the songs on that site, on that TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check through the songs on that particular site to see if you can find that song and just add it to the video later, because that's going to be your best way of doing it. Okay. A lot of these policies change on a regular basis, so you do want to make sure that you keep up with that. I'm going to give you the information in regards to how to keep up with that as well. So just give me a moment. So we do have to make sure we follow these rules, and they have to be followed for a full 30-day time frame. Now, if you were recently banned and you just got out of jail 2 days ago, you cannot be monetized for another 30 days. So you have to give yourself that time. So if you're constantly being put in jail, okay, you might have a problem. So the problem that you have when it comes to monetization is the fact that some of your content needs to change, be tweaked. Because I know someone right now who's monetized on TikTok. TikTok has a little bit of a different rules, but they're monetized on TikTok. They got millions of views on TikTok, but when they post their stuff on Facebook, because of the content that they have, they're not necessarily being monetized. And what that is I always explain it to people like, hey, can I put a Tickle Me Elmo commercial in the middle of your show, or in the middle of your live, or in the middle of your video? If I can't put Elmo or Baby Shark, or a Pepsi commercial in the middle of what you got going on, then that will be the reason. The whole point of these platforms wanting to monetize you is not just to pay you for your content and you putting it on. It's because you have traffic of so many people that they feel that they can use their partnerships with affiliate companies and bigger companies to use your platform as another way of promotion or advertisement, like Pepsi, Nike, all of these different places. Okay. So you have to keep that in mind when you're creating content, when you're doing content. As I said before, you do want to make sure that all of your content is original and that it's coming directly from you and not from another source. And if it is coming from another source, that's perfectly fine. You just want to make sure that you give them credit and attribute that to them, but also it's not going to count towards your credit to getting you monetized. So you just want to make sure that you're doing that. Okay, let's see here. So you also have to follow the content monetization policies, which, as I said before, you do want to make sure that you're not being restricted. Okay, it's called the content monetization policy for a reason. Okay, let's see. So it just kind of explains to you a little bit more, and I'm just reading what I have wrote here because it's like so much. So you just want to make sure that what you're posting is what you need to be posting. Okay, let's see here. So let's see. It only can contain one image that's that's non-motion or whatever. Let's see. Slideshow images, losing. I'm going through everything that I have here, y'all. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you are you want to make sure that you're posting things that are original to you. Also, let me tell you what you cannot be posting. Like I know I told you sexual, I told you violence. You can't post yourself. You can post these things, but these are not going to get you monetized. Basically, these are things that they will not monetize. They won't monetize debating social issues. So if you're talking about a social issue, because the range on both sides of that is so big, okay, that they'll have people who don't agree and they'll have people who agree, and then it'll be like an argument that could possibly incite violence or just a lot of craziness. They're not going to monetize that. Okay, so if your page or your primary page has a lot of social issue debates, that's one of the reasons why you're not getting monetized. Okay, tragedy or conflict. So if you're posting those violent videos or videos about, things that are going on in the news that necessarily happen to be tragic. Now, it's not to say that you cannot post sometimes these things, but you don't want it to be the primary part of your social media. So just keep that in mind. Sexual or suggestive activity. So when you posting your body and the girls got the booty shaking and everything like that, and that's the consistent norm of their social media platform, that is not something that you want to do. Now, you can be sexy. Sexy is so many different things these days, but you don't want to post primarily sexually or suggestive activity on your social media and wonder why you're not getting monetized. If your conversation or your post are about sexual things, or you sticking to more so one gender role and how the other role should be and things like that, that gives you two different things. Okay, that is going to be conflict, and that's also going to be sexually suggestive and things like that. So those are things that you want to stay away from. Also, strong language. Like if you're constantly cussing and you constantly like, baby, we gotta get the speech together. You know what I'm saying? Expand your listen, I'm telling you to expand yours, and I can't even think of the word that go with mine. Okay. But expand your vocabulary, people. You want to make sure that you can articulate yourself and also explain yourself without having to use profanity all the time. Like, I know we be, when you're chit-chatting with your friends and you might throw a couple of N-words and F-bombs and all the rest of that. But for social media, we got to keep it clean, okay? So explicit content. Now, I don't think I need to go into what explicit content is, but you want to stay away from that as well. If you don't know what explicit content is, go, hey Siri, what's explicit content? Let me stop before he answer. Yes, my Siri is a man. Misinformation. They are not going to monetize misinformation. So if you're coming on your social media and you're saying that there was an alien that was landed in your backyard, of course people ain't gonna believe you, but it's also misinformation. So you just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the information that you're putting out there if you plan on coming on as any kind of what's the word I want to, like a reporter, or things that are happening in your neighborhood, or if you want to be a source of education for your integrity, I would advise not to give out bad information. But also for your coins, baby, don't give out bad information. All right. So let's see. Misleading medical information. So you can't be on here like, yes, this product, and I'm not even going. This product is going to help you grow 10 feet tall, going to make your booty big and make your boobs larger, and you're going to be the most strongest and powerful person in the world. You cannot come out and say things like that. So if you have a particular product, you have to know what your product is. You have to know what's in your product. You have to be able to explain the things that are in it, explain what's going on with it, explain the benefits of those things, and also be able to have somewhere to cite. And when I say cite, that means just somewhere I can go to check and make sure you ain't lying. Okay, so we want to make sure that. So the misleading medical information, you don't want to have things that have that. Okay, so you do want to make sure that you're checking all of these things out as you are posting over this time frame. So for the next 30 days, I would like to see who will get monetized. I would like to see who's going to be the ones who are putting out the correct content the way they need to be putting it out. And if you ever were wondering like, well, I've been doing all of this, I got this many followers and but I'm not monetized on my personal page, there's a specific reason. Like, I have a friend who has a game show. It's called what is it called? It's basically a game show in regards to marijuana usage, and it's a good game show, and where he lives is perfect, it's legal, you know what I mean? But he's not getting monetized for his game show because of the content of it, because it's not legal all over the United States. So they're not going to monetize him for that particular reason, because if it's not legal on one side, it's legal on the side. It's still a conflict in regards to that. So that was his reason why he wasn't able to get monetized. So it's called Name That Strain on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Let's see. What else do we need to do in order to get monetized? So you do want to pay a good attention to the violations that you might have, any warnings that you see come up on your page. You want to pay attention to those. You want to keep in mind why you're being violated or why you have violated. because that is going to help you in the future not be violating. Okay, don't violate. If you're trying to get paid, you gotta pay attention to the rules. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, if you want your coin, you have to make sure that you are following these rules all the way to the T. You want to make sure that when you have a business page, they are going to ask you for your business information. They want to know your EIN. They want to know things like that in order to make sure that you're being paid in regards to tax information, because you will receive tax information in regards to your payouts on these pages as well. Let me see here. So you want to make sure you follow two things, which is going to be the community standard, the partnership monetization policy, and also the content monetization policy. So let's go over really quick what those are before we go. All right, because this is a 30-minute show today, y'all. So the content, the community standard, when it comes to you posting, okay, it says these are our foundational rules against unsafe content that depict graphic violence, nudity, hate speech. In cases of even non-monetization content may follow this set of rules. So everything, not just, that's right there. The community standard is overall social media, period. This is not even in regards to monetization. This is in regards to everything that you post. So if you're not monetized and you still getting banned, that means you're breaking one of those rules. Okay, so get it together. Anyway, partner monetization policies, these standards typically apply at a page level. They address the behaviors of your page as a whole. They include rules and contents of your page creations, how that content is shared, how your pages receives and make online payments. So just things like that. So basically, that's really more so like the traffic, what you're sharing, who you're sharing with, what are you, like I said, what are you sharing? That's the biggest thing. You want to make sure that what you're sharing is within those guidelines of the community standard as well. Even though it's not your content, so it's not necessarily biting against you, but in a way, if you're trying to make some money, it's going against you for sharing it. Okay, so if you shared a fight, you might not have posted it, but you definitely shared it and you putting that out there in the atmosphere, the money atmosphere, and we don't want to do that. All right. The content monetization policy as well. And what this is these rules are typically applied at a content level. That means everything that you post. They address the content of each individual video or post on your page. Okay. They include the rules against the violence, sexual, crime, and graphic nature, or even profanity. So you want to make sure that those are the things that you are making sure that you don't have too much of. Okay. I know, like, everybody love drama. Okay. I love drama because I don't got none in my life. So I be loving to watch the drama that I see on social media. But when it comes to getting that coin, baby, I don't do drama. I ain't doing drama. I don't do drama over money. Like, come on, y'all get it. So we don't need to do that. So thank you guys so much for joining me today on this Sunday in regards to how to get your social media monetized, the do's and the don'ts. Next week, we will be back with other great shows in regards to how to use your business tools, how to make sure that you're eligible for monetization, how to post without having to actually post, how to just get this social media coin, because everybody should be getting it. If you're on here, if you're looking at your phone all day, you should be getting paid for being on here. And I'm going to be the one to just get you paid for being on here, okay? Because I get paid for just being on here. So if you know me in person and you constantly seeing me in my phone, you know why now, okay? I'm going to teach you over the next few weeks how to do this. So I will see you every Sunday at 1 p.m. and we're going to go to 1:30. Make sure you guys join. Ask as many questions as you like, because I'm going to answer every question that you have. Y'all know me. I like to get results. I don't like to just give people information. I like to see people using the information and working it out, okay? Because the game is to be told, not to be sold, okay? And another thing I do want to let you guys know is I do have a couple of things coming up next week. You guys will be able to see my Minding the Business That Pays You tour. in regards to the free networking events that are going on all around the city near you. So you will definitely be able to check that out. And of course, Mondays always start with the Network and Chill, which is going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. all the time, every Monday. So every Monday is going to start with that when it comes to the networking event, when you're paying minding the business that pays you on the Come More to Boss tour. And also on the 18th, which is going to be March 18th, I do also have a workshop that I do. It's called Get It Out the Mud. And this is going to be Get It Out the Mud too, where I will be helping you start your business. You will be getting your EIN, your Dun & Bradstreet number, which is your number for your credit bureau for business. So you can start getting that business credit together and using that as well. And then also register your business with the state so you can actually get your LLC with no problem. I am registering that class now for $99 for you to be able to get all of that information plus more, because I also want to be able to get you guys signed up with a few things that will allow your company to be able to start getting funding and different things in regards to the state and the city to make bids on, city auctions and things like that. So there's a lot of things that are going to come in that workshop as well. But the most important thing is you'll be able to walk out owning your business, your own business, okay? And you'll have your credit report, your credit system set up for your business as well. So this is definitely something that I think is going to be very beneficial. I did it before and everybody loved it. And we actually started some businesses that day, guys. So I'm very proud of that. So make sure you guys check that information out. I'm also going to be hosting a few day parties, okay? So we can kick it during the day with mimosas. Y'all gotta excuse me because I love mimosas. I love wine, period. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. That'll be next time. Thank you guys so much for joining us or me this afternoon. I hope you have a great Sunday. Watch some movies and get you some wine and have a great day. See you next week. Bye.